What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I want to take a quick look at North Carolina, the Senate race. And this race is going to be between Roy Cooper and Whatley. So we're going to take a look at this race. And right now it's leaning for Democrats. And I'm going to show you why. We'll look at some of the latest polling. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. If you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. And so this is a seat that Democrats have to win if they want to take back control of the Senate. I'll show you the Senate map at the end and I'll explain it. But I want to take a look at the polling first because polling is pretty interesting here. So when we're looking at the polling, and this is coming from 270 to win, looking at the latest polling, and we can go down, we're going to go all the way down to November 13th of 2025. And one thing that you should note is all the blue here. All of this blue is showing that Cooper is leading in the poll. Okay, and we'll take a look at the top three here. So you have Harper polling. This was conducted on 5/14/2026. 600 likely voters. Margin of error plus or minus 4%. You have Cooper at 50%. You have Whatley at 39%. You have other at 11%. And then we have the next poll here, Opinion Diagnostics. This was conducted between 4/29/2026, 830 registered voters, plus or minus, so margin of error, plus or minus 3.5%, Cooper at 50%, Whatley at 41%, other at 9%. And then we have High Point University. This was conducted on 4/17/2026, 703 likely voters, margin of error, plus or minus 4.3%. You have Cooper at 50%. You have Whatley at 42%. You have other at 8%. And then I'm not going to go over all of them, but just look at all of the polls below that. They're all showing, but 49% to 44%, 48% to 34%, 50% to 32%, 49% to 41%, 47% to 44%, 50% to 40%, 47% to 39%. You see that Cooper is leading in every poll that's out there. And so that says a lot about this race. It's showing that Cooper has the lead. Now, if we look at the average of the polls right above here, you see Cooper at 50%, and then you see Whatley at 40.7%. And the reason why this is important for Democrats is because this is a seat that they have to win. So they have to defend 3 seats, and they have to win this seat. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about in the map. And so if we were to look at all the seats that are in play right now, I'm showing you the independents. I'm showing you the 9 states that I think are in play right now, as well as the Republican count and the Democrat count. Okay. And so if the Democrats want to take back control of the Senate, they're going to have to first defend 3 states or 3 seats. And so those 3 seats, the first one is going to be in Georgia. Ossoff needs to win in Georgia. They also need to defend New Hampshire. So Pappas needs to win in New Hampshire. When it comes to Michigan, we have 3 candidates right now that are running on the Democratic, Democratic candidates are running. They're going to be challenging Rogers. We just don't know who the candidate's going to be yet. But Democrats have to win in Michigan. So if they can defend those 3 states, then now they're on their way. Now they need to net 4 states in order to take back control of the Senate. So what would we be looking at? We would be looking at states like Maine. Democrats have an opportunity to win in Maine. You have Plattner running against Collins, and Plattner's doing well in the polling. Now I'm going to leave North Carolina to last just to show you, but Alaska, you have Peltola. She has a real shot at winning. So let's say Democrats are able to win in Alaska. And then Ohio. If we look at Ohio, Sherrod Brown has a chance to win in Ohio as well. So Democrats have put candidates in place that have a real shot at winning. So let's say Sherrod Brown wins in Ohio. Now we're looking at Democrats at 50. We're not going to count Republicans yet because we still have some seats that are open, but Democrats are at 50. They need to get to 51 in order to take back control of the Senate. And that's where North Carolina comes in. If they can't win in North Carolina, if they lose in North Carolina, then they're going to need to win in Iowa, or they're going to need to win in Texas, or we're going to have to see Osborne win in Nebraska, or the independent win in Montana. And so that's what we would need to see. So right now, the easiest pathway for Democrats would be to win in North Carolina, because if they win in North Carolina, that gives them 51. They take back control of the Senate. It doesn't matter. The rest of the map doesn't matter. And the way I see it is, if Democrats can win in North Carolina, if they can win in Maine, if they can win in Ohio, if we see those states turning early, if we see North Carolina going, we see Maine going, we see Ohio going, and we see Democrats able to defend Georgia, Michigan, New Hampshire, then guess what? It's going to be a good night for Democrats. And I think if we see something like that, we will see Alaska fall in line. We will possibly see Texas, Democrats win in Texas, Tallarico win in Texas. And so I just wanted to show you the polling right now. North Carolina looks good. The polling in Maine looks good. The polling in Alaska, it's very close. And we're talking about Sullivan, who is an incumbent. So he's the Republican running against Peltola. So Peltola's winning, she's leading in the polling, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's ahead. Okay, so that's going to be a very, very close race. But as I stated, if we see Democrats with the momentum, it's probably going to push over into some of these other states, and we'll probably see Democrats do well in those other states. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Just wanted to show you the polling coming out of North Carolina. And so in the future, we will cover some other states too. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell notification. But right now, when it comes to the Senate, I just want you guys to be clear. When it comes to the Senate, it's a very hard task for Democrats to win the Senate. And the reason that I'm saying that is because you see all this blue that I've gone over. Democrats have to, they have to be perfect in order to take back control of the Senate. They need to net 4 seats. If they lose any of these states, then it just changes things. If they lose in Ohio, that changes things. Now Democrats need to win 1 more seat. If they lose, they could potentially lose in Michigan. If they lose in Michigan, that puts them behind the 8 ball. If they lose in Maine, that puts them, even further behind. So Democrats have to be perfect in order to take back control of the Senate. There is a pathway. I just showed you the pathway, but are Democrats going to be able to do it? That's the big question. And so now I want to pass it off to you. What do you think is going to happen when it comes to the Senate? Do you think Democrats will be able to take back control of the Senate? What numbers do you think we'll be seeing? Do you think Democrats, if they do take back the Senate, they'll get 51 seats, they'll get 52 seats? Do you think any of the independents will win? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.